Okay, so welcome everybody to Technical Tuesdays. We're now on volume 10. Can't believe it's been 10 weeks since we started this, but here goes our this week's analysis. Okay, so from last week's predictions, market talk and so forth, we haven't really had much movement. So I'm going to start with the Euro USD. As you can see here, for those guys who've been following us the longest, we did have this double top in play. We took the range of that high, added it on, and finally we did in fact hit the target. Okay, so what else I was looking for here was this Fibonacci play as well. And as you can see, we've hit the extension level, and if this zoom in a little bit, okay, so we've also had 1, 2, 3. The market's kind of throwing spikes to the downside, which indicates to me that's having problems, having a little bit of trouble. There's some support down here, which the euro cannot take out at the moment. Okay, so also if I just switch over to the Swiss franc, as you can see, I'm sure you guys know the correlation between the Swissy and the euro USD. We did in fact break this resistance level at 0.900. Okay, so we've held above that for quite some time, but as you can see, again, same scenario. Spikes have been thrown to the upside. Potential reversal could occur here. This could in fact be a rising wedge pattern. Okay, so that's one to keep an eye on. I need to do this video quickly today, guys, because I've got so much on my plate. We've got so much going on, and I have not had the time to do anything myself. So okay, so back to the euro, a few spikes to the downside, finding support around 1.3340s. I did in fact say that this could potentially come down to 1.33 before we see a reversal, but it looks like we are stalling at this specific level now. So let's go down to the next time frame. Okay, so we are in fact in this range at the moment. Just here we do have some minor resistance around the 1.3440 area, and this could in fact be a potential lower high from this swing here. Okay, so to the downside again 1.33, which is another 60 odd pips away, but until we see some significant strength or reversal on the euro, a trade setup to the upside could potentially be a breakout retest continuation of this trend line here. And also you got to keep your eyes on the Swiss franc as well to see what that's doing. So yeah, no trades have been taken this week from me myself personally. There's not enough clarity in the market to determine directional bias on this pair or any others for that matter. Okay, so I'm just going to go over quickly to the Aussie daily. This is the daily chart. As you can see, I posted this I think on Twitter and Instagram. A triple top formation, which did in fact follow through. We do have the moving average crossover here to the downside, and last week we put in this quite aggressive bearish engulfing candle, which engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So again, it did in fact break this mid-range support as well, which is now resistance. So anything below 0.9320 is considered, in my case anyway, we are still bearish on this. If we just go down to the 4 hour on this as well to look for more confluence. Okay, so more confluence on this one. Again, a simple Fibonacci play, as was the euro. Okay, so A, B, C, we did in fact have this sudden spike to the high. We did retrace off the 50% Fibonacci, and you could potentially consider this formation here, this 1, 2, 3, as an evening star formation. And again, if you look closely, there's a lower high from this lower high, and this could potentially be putting in another lower high. So you just got to remember the specific and basic elements of price action. So downside targets, this Fibonacci, we are in confluence with 0.9220, 0.9200, and I'm not sure if you guys know that Aussie does in fact like the round numbers, the psychological levels. So downside, I do expect 0.9200, 0.9220, which is again another 50, 60 pips away. So I'm still no clear sign of upside on the Australian dollar, and again it's one of them whereas it would have to break this trend line and come back above the mid-range resistance at 0.9320 in order to be in the firmly in buy mode. So that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to GBP USD. Okay, so posted this yesterday. As you can see here, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this post. Okay, so I've been watching a weekly on the GBP USD now for some time. I did in fact think this shooting star right here was in fact the catalyst for a reversal, but again, talks of the Bank of England raising the interest rates. We had this weekly morning star, could be considered as a morning star, 1, 2, 3. We did go and make actual new highs, but then again we had this candle here, which was a hanging man. A hanging man, you can take that information and data as a potential reversal, and again we had 1, 2, 3 down weeks after that, and we now have a significant level of support at 1.6700, and this needs to be taken out in order to invalidate the whole weekly / yearly uptrend. Okay, so as you can see here, 1.6700 support, which is the last swing. Break below invalidates the uptrend, and then we have specific levels of support below that. We have this triple top here, previous resistance, now support at 1.63. But also, if we go down to the daily chart, this is what I also found. We did have a rising wedge formation from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Following on, we are in fact crossing over on the cloud. I said a cloud crossover potential. Basically, this is like a crown formation / head and shoulders, whereas head and shoulders differentiates with the crown because it's the right tips normally formed above the trend line. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this setup really briefly. Left tip, crown tip, we can take this as A on the Fibonacci, and we also have this support here, which is also the 200 MA, which acts as a magnet / like a support level in this case. Okay, so once we're down here, to fulfill this crown formation, we would need some further up strength to take us to one of the fib levels, ideally the 61.8, which could come into confluence with the back end of this trend line before a full trend reversal is in place down to D1 and D2. So let's just see how that played out. As you can see here, we have not yet reached 1.67. We're currently trading at 1.6813, 113 pips away. So again, there's nothing there. For me, what would invalidate this pattern is again simply a breakout retest of that trend line, which I've just drawn on. But again, the moving average and Kijun are in fact crossed over to the downside, so this is one that you've got to keep our eyes on for now. I'm going to be watching price action at 1.67 if we do in fact get to that. Otherwise, breakout retest continuations to go long. But as you can also see here, we just had the cloud crossover, which is an early sign of bearish momentum, which could potentially come into the market. Okay, so next chart I'd like to go at Euro-Yen. For some time now, I was expecting. Okay, so we have come down to. Let me just remove that. Okay, so this was the most recent and relevant higher low in this weekly uptrend. As you can see now, this is a major key level of support for the pair. We do need a clear break and a close below that level to obviously invalidate that trend, and then next levels of support would be 135.30, and then the next one would be 132.50 on the weekly chart. So if you just go down to the daily, again this was a simple Fibonacci play. I took this as a significant high and a reverse in trend / breakout trade. As you can see there, we were in consolidation for a while. Momentum came in, cloud crossover, and we followed this out. A, B, took this retracement at the 38.2 as point D, and then we did in fact fall all the way down to where we need. I think it was Thursday, Friday. We did spike very close to minus 61.88, which is the extension 2, and as you can see, we spiked below, and we also come down to this major level of daily support, which I've been talking about for. Again, if you go back in the videos, guys, you'll see that I've been watching the Euro-Yen for quite some time. When we were trading here around May the 6th to May the 10th, I did in fact say this is the first target will be the 200 MA. That was achieved. Sideways / still putting in higher lows, Fibonacci retracement, and target 2 would in fact be this daily level of support here. So potential reversal could be in play. It all depends on the euro. Again, this goes hand in hand with this setup. We're both at fib levels, both at major levels of support, and also here my oscillator is showing potential signs of that we may go into a period of consolidation here with the equal lows. So again, there's not really much going on. Again, it's summer. And then a lot of the big traders are off throughout the period of August, so the market is quite low on liquidity, volatility, and so forth. Okay, so the next pair I wanted to just briefly go over is GBP AUD on the weekly. I've been bullish on this pair for quite some time. As you can see, we're coming into the cloud now, the dynamic area of support. Again, very, very choppy market. Let's go down to the daily, see if we can get more clarity on this pair. Okay, so if we took this, we are kind of in a sideways channel at the moment. I am in fact still bullish on this pair, but again, I need to see some clear momentum. The cloud is in fact trading sideways at the moment, and we are in fact on the daily, we are below the 200 MA. So just here, this is 1.8285/1.8300 is a key level of resistance, so we would need a clean break above this. Breakout, retest, continuation. As you can see here, we had a breakout. We didn't have no retest and continuation on that pair. We would have had to take out the initial new high at 1.8370 in order to actually get long, but it failed on that. So again, the Keynesian sideways, we're in consolidation at the moment. So a breakout, retest, continuation of 1.8300 is in fact needed for long positions. Okay, so again, this video has to be relatively short. It's probably one of the shortest ones I'm going to do. I will be checking up on this in the week and posting any fresh analysis if we do have any breakouts and so forth. But also, guys, I'd just like to, I'm sure for our followers, you may have seen this event that we've planned. Okay, so on the 7th of September, we are in fact doing a small event, our first one, 12 PM till 4. Jury's done on Broad Street, which is same street as where our office is located. And again, for seat reservation, you can contact us or call us or text us. We just need your names so we can reserve a seat for you, where we're going to be going over just what Astrofx is all about, and also going to be introducing some new concepts of our other business, which we're launching soon as well. So it's everything trading. We're going to make it fun. We're going to go over some charts, give our view on the market and how we got to where we were, how we trade, and so on. So yeah. If you want to get involved, guys, again, just contact us at contact@astrofx.com. For those guys who are new to these videos, for more information on what we offer, you can check out our website at www.astrofx.com, or also you can check out our Instagram for our pre-market analysis, which is just Astro Forex, and also our Twitter, which is at Astro FX13 Pro, where we post all pre-market analysis, some live trades, trade recommendations, and so on. So again, guys, I'm going to have to cut this video off short, but we'll keep everyone updated on the social media. Again, there wasn't much market movement since last week, so there's not really too much going on, but I've gave my recommendations for each major pair. Again, we're going to be diversifying the videos into some exotic pairs soon as well, because even though there's a lot less liquidity in some of these pairs, they are in fact moving a lot more than the majors at the moment. For instance, Euro AUD, we are again at a key level of support here. Swing, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We are in fact breaking this trend line. I'm watching this cloud for a crossover and a breakout retest continuation of his trend line with a simple target of 1.5, which will follow through potentially with the GBP AUD also, and it also goes in line / correlation with my Aussie dollar bearish outlook. So again, as you can see here, it doesn't look too good for the Aussie. We've had a bearish engulfing off major key level of resistance, and it's got characteristics of the shooting star, and the cloud just crossed over as well. So Aussie weakness may push Euro AUD and GBP AUD up quite a substantial amount. So again, look out for our next videos and all our analysis throughout the week. We're very busy over here, and we hope to hear from you soon about the event. Anybody's welcome, and I'm sure we'll see you soon. So thank you very much.